What's up, guys? We're banging out another episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get to the show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to
Hashtag AskLiveLeanTV. We're going to answer your questions that we collect from Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and beyond.
What are we, like, all of a sudden British?
British? I don't know. We're in a crazy mood, as you can probably tell.
We're in a crazy mood. I'm like,
yeah, you are
low-key,
too.
mellow.
Like not.
Boo. You are acting a fool right now.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep this show like professional.
I'm just excited because baby girl's coming out any day now. Any day, baby girl.
It could be in this show. It didn't happen last week. We warned you guys last week. It didn't happen, but it could potentially happen this week.
Just waiting for that water to break.
And we got a little mat down below her just in case. You got to keep those hardwood floors.
I'm wearing a diaper every day now. I should start wearing diapers. Anyway,
you mean you're not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
This is episode number 16 because we're getting so many good questions from you guys that we just keep this show going and going. It's been really fun.
What number will we get to before we stop?
100 million Q&A show.
We originally did this show, if you guys are like the OGs, on our second channel on BGTV. And
way back in the day. Remember when we did some episodes when I was in Cali and you were in Toronto and we would like Skype me in?
Yeah, we got to 29 episodes of that. So yeah, we're on 16 now. We're rocking, we're rolling. You guys seem to be loving it. So
it's so fun.
If you guys keep talking to us, keep engaging with us, keep smashing that like button, we'll keep going. But if you don't, show is being pulled off the air. Done. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to go live our life and we'll never see you guys again.
Not talk to you.
Let's get into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
First question comes from Instagram. Demitzi says, I have never eaten meat.
Yet your name is Demitzi. Okay.
This is a good one.
Yeah. No, that's stupid.
Back to the question. Okay. No, now she's going to feel guilty. She feels
like I'm changing my name.
Yeah. No, I'm saying you're feeling guilty for making fun of somebody.
Oh, okay.
Let's start that again. Demitzi, I have never eaten meat.
It's Demetzi.
No, it's
I just saw it.
Demitzi. Okay, I eat seafood. What would you recommend for me to live lean? I find it hard to get enough protein.
We had this question kind of on the last episode.
No, I think we had this question on
our coaching call today.
Another one of the millions of times that we answer questions.
Yeah, we were on a coaching call today inside our members group, and we had a member who was saying he's mostly vegan and wanted to know how to get amino acids and B12 and everything. So yeah, we get this question a lot. We answer it a lot. Our answer is always, unfortunately, if you're missing a certain nutrient, like especially protein in your diet, and you can't get enough of it from the food sources that you are eating, then our recommendation would be to include some other food sources that have higher amounts of protein. That is why we eat animal meat.
Obvi.
Yes.
No, I'll just reiterate what I said in the Team of Lean call today. I get it if you feel the love for animals and everything, and you don't want to lead to the killing of animals for meat. I get it. I respect that. So if that's the case, if that's going to be your choice, and you do want to change your body, you never really said what your goal was. Like, you can get lean without eating meat and without having a lot of protein in your diet. But I shouldn't say lean. I should say skinnier. Yeah. Because lean.
Get pretty lean.
No, but lean to me is like muscle. Like a beach body, like you got your definition, you have a good muscle mass.
Full muscles.
Lean is, I think we had a discussion before, lean is not like somebody who just has abs and skinny, but has no muscle. It's just like you see some abs because there's like no body fat.
Just because the body fat's low.
But there's no muscle there either. So I'm saying, like, if
in that case, we would recommend more protein for that person.
Yeah, to gain muscle, because protein is the building block, right? So I think you understand that. That's why you're like, how can I get more protein without eating meat? So the answer is food pairing. Now, I'll say it again. I'm not a like an expert on vegetarian or vegan eating, but I do know the basics. Like when you food pair certain foods like beans and rice, the amino acids within those foods creates a complete protein that will help you build muscle more effectively. Now, are you gonna eat beans and rice the rest of your life, like every single meal to get protein? That's your choice.
And the amount you have to eat of them is a lot. So you're gonna feel really full because you're gonna have a ton of fiber in your belly, and your carbs are gonna be high.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is, you know?
But you could supplement with protein powders, and you do say you eat some seafood. So seafood is a great source of protein. So
yeah, you can also eat eggs and other
add
stuff.
more of that in. Yeah, maybe eggs is another good example, because it doesn't sound like you're vegan. It just says you don't eat meat. So maybe that means you don't eat red meat.
Maybe you just don't like meat.
Maybe you do eat poultry and chicken though. Like, so I don't know. It's we need more kind of more details on that question, but those are some,
like why you don't eat meat and all that stuff.
Well, we don't need to know why you don't eat
meat.
But we need to know more like what you do eat. So
yeah,
hopefully that gives you a little bit, but you know, that's just, we're not experts in that area. Next question.
The best way to get our own protein high, and that's what we do for our clients too, is we have animal protein sources, because you can get your protein high without carbs and all that craziness. Okay, so this is coming from Original Murphy on Snapchat. Quick question, I'm not too big of a breakfast person. Is there any type of protein meal replacement shake bar that can replace breakfast? If so, what do you recommend?
If you're not a big breakfast person, bro,
you don't have to have breakfast.
Don't eat breakfast, bro. Honestly,
breakfast ain't mandatory.
Right now, I don't eat breakfast.
Well, okay, the term breakfast, it just means breaking your fast. So basically it means your first meal of the day. It does not have to be in the morning. His first meal of the day is noon.
But that's your breakfast. Let's be real, Original Murphy. He means eating when you wake up.
Right.
Like 99% of the population. No, but that's what I'm saying is he's not talking about breaking the fast. He's just talking about eating breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, but he's asking like what kind of like high protein meal is best to have when you're breaking your fast, right?
No, he's not breaking it down to break the fast. He's talking about breakfast, like when you wake up in the morning, like what 99% of the population calls breakfast, when you get up in the morning and you eat.
Within your first hour of waking or
exactly.
So? Yeah, okay.
But what I was saying was, I've been doing intermittent fasting for a little while now, and I personally like it. I train in a fasted state. I skip the meal in the morning, if you don't want to call it breakfast. And when I get home from the gym, I have like a really high-powered smoothie that I make, and then I have the rest of my meals within 8 hours after that. So you don't need to eat breakfast. Like, this is just one of those things, like, eat or drink milk for strong bones. Mm-hmm. The only way to get strong bones, it's marketing, people.
You need dairy for calcium.
Yeah, and so it's just breakfast is a kind of a propaganda thing, but it's not to say that you shouldn't eat breakfast.
Propaganda. That's the title of this episode now.
It's not to say you shouldn't eat breakfast, but it's not mandatory that you do eat breakfast. But if you wake up and you feel hungry and you got to eat, like, any type of protein meal replacement shake. So yeah, protein powder, throw some frozen blueberries in there, some spinach.
So I would say a shake is your best option. You can also do a homemade bar. Like, we actually have a couple of recipes for homemade protein bars. Like, you have one, don't you, that you made a while back? I know I have one. It's like a peanut butter oat protein bar recipe. It's on Lively TV that you can see. Don't you have a protein bar that you made?
I have tons in my cookbook.
And in your cookbook, yeah, exactly. So check out some of our like cookbook resources on our recipes on our website and everything, and you'll find some options. You can also make like protein muffins and take them to go. Like, it looks like you're looking for a quick option.
But bottom line is, don't feel like you need to eat breakfast.
Right. And breakfast is just breaking the fast.
I can see that opening up a whole bunch of other questions from people like, oh my God, you don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, but also it depends on your goals too, because if you do your like macro calculations and you find out that in order to meet your goals, you need to have 800 calories at each meal, that might be too hard for you to have in each sitting. Oh my God! Did I just say that?
It's hard to get 800 calories at each shitting.
Can you cut that
Are
part?
you eating while you're shitting? Is that what you're telling like America and the world?
Not just come out of my mouth. Okay.
Are you blushing?
Yes, that was embarrassing.
Okay, well, why don't we just move on? I think we nailed that one.
No, I wanted to tell him, like, if you have a hard time getting your calories in fewer meals, then it makes more sense to break everything apart.
Yeah, but that's
and
like
have more meals in the day.
Yeah, but the question was about intermittent fasting. The question was about just breakfast.
All right.
So that's what I'm saying.
We're going overboard.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm just trying to give you value, man. Just trying to give you some value.
Like, don't eat shit and eat 800 calories
Don't be shitting
at the same
while
time.
you're eating.
Okay, next question comes from Carla Gaytan from Twitter. It says, what spices do you recommend to elevate the taste of meats and vegetables?
Elevate. I like that word. Let's elevate the taste. What spices of just meats or meats and veggies?
I'll tell you mine. My favorite is garlic powder,
Yeah, garlic's amazing.
onion powder,
Fresh garlic.
sea salt, and pepper are my faves.
Top 4?
Top 4 for meats and vegetables.
Yeah, I definitely agree with all of those. We also love herbs. Like, you love dill. I love basil. Yeah. I love all of them. Rosemary is amazing. What curry spice can be really good on something?
Yeah, but honestly, like what you should do, if you don't already own a spice rack, you should just buy one of those.
An entire spice rack, yeah.
Mrs. Dash. Like it's already
that's actually better.
It's
than
already
the whole
pre-mixed and it has like all of what I just said into one mixture, and it's really good.
Garlic,
so
herbs, salt, everything. Yeah, that is really good.
Can't go wrong with a pre-mix like that.
Yeah, especially if you don't know what you're doing with cooking and you don't want to follow a recipe, then just a little Mrs. Dash make anything taste good. It's good. Okay, so let's talk about Kat Zinski from Twitter. Kat wants to know, do coconut milk, cream, shavings, and oil have the same benefits? Shavings?
Yeah, like shredded.
Oh, coconut shaving, shredded coconut. Okay. I was thinking of like shaving your skin. I was like, what? Okay, grass-fed butter and yogurt or coconut oil.
All right, so coconut.
So do you get benefits from all coconut products?
Well, you do, but you do get different benefits from different ones because, for instance, like coconut oil is different than coconut butter because
it works great as a shaving cream.
Because the skin of the coconut is still in coconut butter, so there's more fiber in it.
Yeah.
So to answer your question,
the oil is just the fat.
They're all healthy if they come like just from coconut, but it's going to have different nutrients and different calories breakdown because of what's taken out of it and what's already left in it. So
like coconut milk is a combination of the water and the meat. Right?
Yeah, and honestly, different brands have different.
Yeah.
Like coconut milk out of a carton that you buy versus coconut milk in a can is different. Like I much prefer the canned kind because it's more naturally coconut. Like the carton stuff is not so much. So
more like watered down.
Yeah.
But definitely the same like health perspective benefit. I mean, they're all healthy for you, but yeah, like you said, way different macros. So
not way different, but just they are different.
I think between coconut milk and coconut oil, that's pretty different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then grass-fed butter and yogurt or coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, easy. All right, moving on. Oops, did I just close it? Sorry. Yeah, we love coconut oil for so many purposes.
Next question from Cisco Balls on Twitter says, give us a cheat meal. Give us your cheat meal.
Give us a cheat meal, bro.
Yeah, you give us a cheat meal. I told you guys I'm like the worst person when it comes to being creative with cheat meals.
Yeah.
I go back.
It's like a cheat meal idea, or you want us to like literally give you a pizza?
I'm taking it as give us ideas, so I'm gonna run with that. So cheat meals, like for me, it's been pizza. That's it. But then I was just like, we were watching. What were we watching on? We were watching something on TV and like commercials were coming up and I was like, that actually looks good. There's a blooming onion. I've never had a blooming onion before.
Steakhouse comes on.
So I was like, I know it's probably the worst thing that you could have, but I was like, I never had a blooming onion and I see all the people talk about how good it is.
It is like one of the worst things.
So I think for one of my next cheat meals, I'm gonna have a blooming onion And
I
then,
told him he has to go by himself. I'm not partaking.
And then what was
Not even
the other thing was we saw a commercial for IHOP.
Yeah.
And I'm not really like a big pancake person or whatever.
I was surprised that you even found that enticing because it's all syrupy. They're like pouring syrup.
Because everybody's talking about it.
Whipped cream. And he never likes that.
Everybody's talking about it, and I feel left out because I don't get it.
He just needs to know what is this thing about IHOP. Why is it so?
So I think our next 2 cheat meals, one's going to be a blooming onion, and another one's going to be that. So there's your ideas. If that's what you meant by that question. If not, please be more specific.
Okay, so Sarah Smile, 1984, says on Snapchat, is it a necessity to take a pre-workout or BCAAs? I hear fitness people talking about these supplements all the time and really have no clue what they are or what purpose they serve.
Definitely not a necessity.
Not a necessity.
Like water.
Popular, yes.
Water is a necessity.
No. Yeah. Food.
Supplements are not. Taking poos is a necessity. But like
Shitting.
when you use a word like necessity, like pre-workout and BCAAs would be like so far away
from necessity.
Like oxygen, water, and but no, like it's not. Like it's one of those nice to haves that if you can fit in your budget, then yes, it's gonna help you, but it's only gonna help you so much. And if your diet is the poops and your workouts are the poops, it's really not going to do anything. It's really not going to do much for you guys. So like,
and when
get the majors, major in the majors. That's what I always say is like workouts and food. Get those on point, then bring in some of these other supplements. And they'll just kind of push you just a little bit further, but it's not going to be the big aha moment like when you got your workouts on point and your diet.
Yeah. I was going to say, when you see a lot of like fitness pros taking these things and talking about them on social media, it's usually because they're sponsored by them. They get them for free. They sell them for a kickback. So
yeah, but I mean, let's be 100%.
You can't do that with broccoli.
No, but let's be 100%
water.
Transparent. We do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like no, but you were positioning it like that's why they do it, and that's the only reason why they do it. Like no, we do that too.
Right.
But I'm being 100% honest with you. Like pre-workouts and BCAAs, no, they're not a necessity. It's a nice to have.
And I honestly don't take either of those.
Well, you used to.
Yeah, I have before.
When you weren't pregnant.
Yeah, that's true.
Little Miss Angel over here. I don't take those. We don't sell those.
No, but I have for sure. But yeah, I was going to say that like when you see fitness professionals doing that, not only are they usually promoting it for a reason, also they always have their diet on point and their workouts on point too.
True.
So the results you see in their body are not necessarily just from the BCAAs and the pre-workouts. Like it's because they freaking hustle every day. They're in the gym kicking their ass and they're eating, they know what their macros are and everything. So all of that is really the scene, and the BCAAs is just, it's like a sidekick.
And you did ask, like, you have no clue what they are or what purpose they serve. So pre-workout is what it is. It's like an energy booster. So it's going to help you get energy. It's going to help the blood flow through your body a little bit better. It's going to give you that pump.
It makes you excited to
BCAAs is like an amino acid that is an essential amino acid, meaning your body can't produce it, so you have to take it from food or from supplement, and it's going to help repair.
Plenty from food, though.
It's not necessarily, and
depending on your diet.
And it's going to help you build muscle. It's going to help you recover faster.
Repairs muscle tissue.
They're very important, but it's not like they are a necessity.
And not everybody needs to supplement their BCAAs.
Next question.
Okay, Kat from Snapchat. What is your normal weekly workout schedule? Ooh, you just did a video about that, about yours, right? How many days a week do you do legs, abs, chest, back, shoulders, etc.? Also, do spin classes count as leg days, or should I count my lifting days as muscle days and just let cardio be cardio? How often should I be resting each muscle group?
Okay, good question.
That's a great question.
To get to your spin classes count as leg or cardio, definitely I would put them in cardio, but I do know that your legs do take a beating.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, compared to like a squat day or a deadlift day, they're not taking a beating, but they are being
worked.
They're being contracted and everything. So what I would say is count it as a cardio day, but don't do it after a leg day or don't do it before a leg day is what I would say with that.
Yeah, I would definitely categorize that as cardio.
Your question, like how often should you be resting each muscle group or what you know, how many days a week, it depends on your goal. Like we always say this, like, what is your goal? Is it, if it's fat loss, then it's going to be a different answer than if it's muscle building, then if it's strength building, then if it's performance based.
Also, if you're a beginner versus advanced.
Yeah, it really depends. So what you're asking, like what hours looks like, it's probably not going to work necessarily if you're like a newbie in the gym, because it'd be too much training. Yeah,
we would crush you. Well, when I'm not pregnant.
So like right now, like I'm going through my strength-based program that's coming out August 3rd. And
you've been killing it lately.
It's like, so a normal workout schedule for me is based off of that strength. So it's about like intensity in the gym, and then it's recovery, intensity and recovery. And it's a split, like it's broken down into different body parts as well. And
how often should you be resting? That's, you answered that, depending on your goals.
It depends on your goal. So like I said, in a strength-based program like mine, you have more rest than you would if it's in a fat loss.
Yeah.
Right? So if you get back to us with more detail on what you want, so don't ask like what we're doing, like tell us what you want, and then we can be more specific with the answer of what would work best.
And the other thing I was going to mention is, if you're not sure what to do for your specific goals, find a workout program that caters to those goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that'll tell you exactly how many days to rest, exactly which workouts to do, what split to do, all that stuff. So it takes a lot of guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we always recommend programs, not just because we write them and sell them, but also because we do them, and that has been game changing for us.
Honestly, it's
to follow programs, like instead of just guessing everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
So game changing. All right. Oh, did I swipe the wrong way? Swipe left.
Oh no, you actually did go, and the same person made it in.
Oh, it's another person.
Same made it in twice.
Okay.
So Sarah Smile made it on the show again. Her Snapchat question was, why do most of the fitness people I follow on social media work out a specific muscle group at a time? Is that necessary in order to... Ooh.
What is that?
It's like a crazy dog.
Dog attack.
Let me start that question again. Why do most of the fitness people
What the hell is going on outside?
Hey. I don't know if someone's being mugged upstairs or not. I may have to go up there and man up.
But Donna doesn't even have a dog. Does she?
Let's get back to the show.
Or Beaver doesn't even have a dog.
If it continues, I may have to go handle my business. But why do most people...
Yeah, is that a wolf?
Why do most of the fitness people I follow on social media work out specific muscle groups at a time? Is that necessary in order to build muscle? I usually mix it up within one workout. For example, some legs, some shoulders, some back. My goals are fat loss. My goals are fat loss and muscle gain.
Aha.
So there you go. I was just like, when I was reading that question, I was like, we need to know what your goals are, and you nailed it at the very end. So your goals are fat loss and muscle gain. So that...
Oh my God. Honey, it's okay.
So our upstairs neighbor was actually attacked by a dog she was hired to dog sit. She had 2 teeth mark punctures on her forearm, but she was okay.
So to answer, why do most fitness people on social media that you see work specific muscle groups at a time? It depends on who you're watching on social media, right? But also, I think it's a common way to work out when you want to train more frequently, if that makes sense. Like it's very beneficial to separate like upper body from lower body, so that you're not always training sore muscles over and over again. Like you do your legs hard and then you let them rest while you do something else the next day. And then by the time you get back to legs again, they're recovered. So it allows you to train more often when you train that way.
And that sounds like it's more of like a muscle building approach. So
it is. It's like not so much for fat loss, but it's more for people who are already lean and want to add more muscle to their frame. But if you said your goal is fat loss, didn't you?
Yeah, and muscle gain.
And muscle gain, so both, yeah. So you could really go either way.
But I've talked about it a lot, like if your goal is muscle gain and fat loss, like we talked about in the previous question, that's a body recomp, I would put you on Live Lean Afterburn. So go check out that website.
Which is not a split muscle group training program. Okay, so let's talk about shish kebabs. How Hi, Cisco Balls. Thanks for all the questions. Why are you based in Los Angeles now? I know Brad Guthrow's from Canada. I thought Jesse Fit might be from New York, so why LA?
Why not LA is the question.
I know, because LA is freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful here. Yes, I grew up in Canada. I love Canada. Jessica's American.
But don't you like hate it when people say Canada and then really specific New York? Like he's like, Canada has more than one city.
Well, I'm assuming he's from the US, so.
I know. He used to make fun of me when I'd say Canada. He's like Halifax.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the simple question is, or the simple answer to that is, Jessica's family's in California.
I'm originally from LA.
I love California. It was just a no-brainer to be here. This is like the fitness capital as well. Most connections are here. So
we love big cities though, and I spent 10 years in New York. I think 11 years actually in New York, and you were 1 year in Toronto. And at that point, this is when we were dating. He was Toronto, I was New York, and we would fly back and forth between those two cities, and that was a blast. We loved both of those cities. We had so much fun, and we definitely considered settling in one or the other of those cities.
We still are open to it.
Yeah, we're still open to it, but it was like, am I going to apply for Canadian residency and go there, or he's going to apply for U.S. residency? And we like had all these conversations and stuff, and we met originally in LA, and we just had such an amazing time.
Yeah, it's actually a good point.
That I don't know, that always kind of stuck out to us. Plus the way our business is and like how we like to be filming outdoors a lot of the year, the weather was really like kind of the deal sealer. Right?
There you go.
And then also my family being close by was nice too.
And we just love LA.
Yeah.
We love California.
Yeah,
so.
we do. The beach lifestyle was calling to us.
All right, last question of the show is from Kat Zinski. I think they made the show again. So 2 people made the show twice.
Wow,
that doesn't normally
are
happen.
killing it.
But what veggies count calories for? I know sweet potatoes, carrots, but others: squash, snap peas, peppers, green beans. So which vegetables do you count?
Oh, that's a good question. So she already said she knows sweet potatoes do. You guys all know that. Most squashes do, but like zucchini and summer squash don't. But if it's like a kombucha squash, how do you say that? Kabocha squash, that one does count. If it's any kind of like really starchy squash, that's going to count.
Yeah, honestly, the only vegetables that I count would be like potatoes.
White potatoes?
Wouldn't count
potatoes.
I wouldn't count carrots. I don't eat enough.
Carrots are kind of iffy.
I don't eat enough squash.
We don't eat a lot of carrots.
So I would say, you know what, just focus on the starchy stuff that's higher in carbs.
Don't get too worried about it. Like, it's great. If you're eating mostly vegetables, you probably don't have an issue with being like too high in carbohydrates. But if it was all potatoes and all squash, it can get high in carbs. So those are the ones to watch out for.
So there you go, guys. There's another show. Thank you guys for tuning in. What do you want to do for the question of the day? Is it my turn or your turn?
It's your turn, yeah.
Question of the day would be, what would the question? Do you have a question or? My question of the day is, what type of pet do you have?
Really? Oh, that's cute.
So do you have a cat, a dog, a mouse, a snake?
Lizard, a hippo?
What kind of pet do you have? Put it down below. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you at the next episode. Keep living lean.
Thank you. Mwah.